Vietnam is one of the leaders in digital transformation within the region, but also globally. The digital economy part of Vietnam's total economy is growing 2 to 3 times faster than the rest of the economy. So it places it among the leading nations on digital economy. There are, of course, many challenges that the ASEAN region faces. There is uneven development across countries. The digital infrastructure is still not very interoperable, but it's very nice to see that these issues are receiving the highest priority and are being addressed by the ASEAN digital ministers through their inspirational digital master plan for 2026-2030.
Thank you for your insights. So the second question is, AI is one of the 11 strategic technologies that the party and state of Vietnam have identified as the key development priorities. So how do you assess this strategic orientation in today's digital era?
It's the right orientation because we cannot leave out artificial intelligence today out of any serious national strategy on social and economic transformation. So the leadership is prioritizing AI and digital transformation under Resolution 57. And I was very impressed to hear from Minister Hung that he compared Resolution 57 to Resolution 10 earlier, which liberated labor by boosting agriculture productivity, increasing food security for Vietnam. And now Resolution 57 is about unleashing creativity, the immense creativity of the hardworking Vietnamese people. So that strategic priority is just spot on. And today I had the opportunity at the digital ministers meeting to mention that wherever we've seen leaders take interest in the digital transformation, in this case, in the case of Vietnam, General Secretary To Lam and Prime Minister Pham, so there the progress is much faster. If it doesn't become a whole of government leadership level priority, it does not work out.
Okay, thank you. So the final question, in your view, how should AI be developed to ensure a human-centered, responsible approach and to guarantee that digital technologies have tangible contributions to sustainable development?
This is a very important question. AI is a very powerful technology. It has great potential for good, but it can also be misused. It can disempower as well. So what you said, human-centric approach is very important, where the rights and the well-being of people are upheld, the privacy, the security of their data is respected, and AI development does not lead to new concentrations of wealth and power. It does not disempower certain communities, individuals, and leave them behind. So if we take everyone along, if we develop trusted AI models, if data privacy, data protection is respected, if human rights are respected, then the potential for AI to transform societies and economies is much greater. This is the experience we see across the globe, and it's important that this experience is reflected in all regions, in all countries. At the UN, our approach is that AI should work for all of humanity, not just for a few. It should empower people, not disempower them. It should increase their potential to be creative, to express themselves, to be productive. It should not marginalize them in the future economy. We see some hopeful signs. There's a lot of hard work ahead, but I'm always inspired by a visit to Vietnam that this can work out well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Can I have one more question?
Please.
Hỏi của chị là cam kết giữa Liên Hợp Quốc và Liên Hợp Quốc có cam kết gì với Việt Nam trong việc hỗ trợ Việt Nam để phát triển AI một cách và đóng góp cho con người? Cam kết gì với Việt Nam?
so the final questions. So what commitments has the United Nations made to Vietnam regarding the development of ethical AI to ensure a human-centered and responsible approach?
Right. So the UN has put in place these new mechanisms, global mechanisms, on the governance of AI. And all member states, including Vietnam, have taken commitments under the Global Digital Compact and under the decisions setting these mechanisms up to participate in the global governance of AI. The first mechanism is the Global Dialogue on AI Governance, which will happen every year. This year it's in Geneva, next year it will be in New York. So Vietnam's national experience of governing AI, the recent legislation on artificial intelligence would be valuable to be shared with other countries. They can learn from it, they can learn how to avoid mistakes, how to take the best practices from Vietnam and other countries. Equally important would be the work of the International Independent Scientific Panel on AI, and Vietnamese scientists are already developing cutting-edge AI. So for them to participate in the global conversation on how the technology is developing, what are its impacts, is the other commitment that we have with Vietnam. Finally, and this is really delightful to know, Vietnam has committed to contribute a center to the UN's network on global AI capacity building. So this center, to be based at the PTT Institute, would work alongside other centers in Asia, in Africa, Latin America, Europe and North America to share use cases of AI, to train human resource, to develop talent, to work together on data sets so that AI can be used responsibly and in a trusted way for the sustainable development goals.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. It was a pleasure to hearing your insightful views. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, my journal have with you just 3 questions.
Of course. Yes.
So thank you for your acceptance, and we will have like about 3 questions for you. We want to know more about your perspectives and UN perspective on this matter. And the first question I'd like to ask you is, Vietnam is mobilizing entire political system to build institutional and infrastructural foundations for the development of a humane and people-centered digital ecosystem. So how do you assess this approach?
This is the correct approach to take. So development friendly, human centered, and infrastructure is where we must all begin, because if researchers, developers of AI do not have the compute to train their models, and if there is not enough data center capacity to run those models, the inference from those models, the results from those models, then AI is not going to work. So prioritizing of infrastructure, prioritizing of talent development, prioritizing of data sets that are used to train AI. So that's the correct approach to take.
Yes, as I see that infrastructure is one of your main concerns when it comes to AI. So
and on infrastructure, equally important is the energy infrastructure, because energy today is a huge constraint in terms of AI's infrastructure needs. So again, it's good to see that all forms of energy are being prioritized, including nuclear energy, which is a renewable energy. From our UN's perspective, it's always preferable to have renewable energy rather than fossil fuels driving the AI expansion.
Okay, it's all about SDGs goals, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the second question is,
You will.